Just give me the green light, because I'm ready to go. Hi, welcome to SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing this particular video. Make sure to subscribe right now. Leave any comments in the comment section. Let's talk wrestling. Definitely want to know your opinions on this as well. It's a WrestleMania predictions time. Would love to know your predictions in the comments section. Like and share the video, please, and also hit the bell on top. Keep up to date with all videos as and when they're posted. There is a full preview of WrestleMania 33 podcast for you, as well as NXT predictions and even NXT call-ups to WWE to look forward to. So, it's WrestleMania. It's that time to do the video for you then of predictions for the biggest show of the year, which is going to be another 6 hours or 7 hours long. The pre-show is 2 hours. I think the main show is 5 or 6 hours. It's going to be a long one. It's an all-day event, of course. It's great for WWE on that way, but is it too much? Yes. I think perhaps by the last couple of hours, I'm probably not going to care who's going to do what, but I'm going to give you my predictions right now while I can do it for you in a short film. I'm going to try and get this video as short as I can. I've given a full preview on the podcast as well of a lot of the build-up and stuff like that, so I'm going to try and strictly keep it to predictions on this particular video. So I'm going to start with the kickoff very quickly. I'm going to go with the Cruiserweight Championship match, which will be Neville and Austin Aries. Now, for me, I'm disappointed it is on the kickoff show, but I can understand WWE's call for it. The Cruiserweight division hasn't taken off quite the way they would have liked it to, although I think Austin Aries, the crowd are seemingly behind him on Monday Night Raw. I think this match has got potential to be a great match. I think perhaps it will get more time being on the kickoff, so in one way maybe that might be a benefit, but I think it would have been more beneficial to the Cruiserweight division if it had been on the main show. Despite that, looking at it, I think this will be the first of a couple of matches, but I think Neville is going to retain at WrestleMania, because I think when it goes to the UK tour, not long after WrestleMania, I think he'll walk in as the champion there. So I'm expecting Neville to retain his championship at this point, because after all, he is the king of the Cruiserweights. But I think it will be a great encounter, and I'm very much looking forward to this one. My only hope, by the way, with the kickoff is that we don't get what we had last year, where a match like that, for example, is in front of about 20% of the arena. Make all the matches in the second hour of the kickoff, where a lot of the fans are there, and most fans are going to see it, because it's got to be soul-destroying for these superstars to not actually be performing in front of a big crowd like that and seeing a half-empty arena. It's got to be soul-destroying, so I really hope that that's not the case for any of these kickoff matches. Second, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's going to be Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show, American Alpha, the Usos, and 22 jobbers. That's pretty much what we got here. But we've got, I suppose, Mojo Rawley's picking up a little bit. Apollo Crews, I said jobbers. Anyway, let's keep this short and sweet. Braun Strowman is winning this one, hands down. No surprises. There's no Luke Harper. Sami Zayn will come close. The Big Show will come close. But it's going to be, all in all, Braun Strowman. Keep it short and sweet. Doesn't mean anything. That's it. It doesn't mean anything. But maybe for Braun, he'll continue to get a push, and maybe it will mean something. Next, we'll go for the last match of the kickoff, which is going to be the Smackdown Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss defending against the entire available Smackdown Women's roster. It feels now that this is going to lose a bit of WrestleMania glitz now to it, because if it's on the kickoff show, are we going to get so many surprise entrants? Naomi has already come back, so we've got Naomi, we've got Natalya, Carmella, Becky Lynch, Mickie James to go along with Alexa Bliss. Will we get Kelly, Victoria? Perhaps Tamina will come involved. Tamina, not such a big name as she was to come in. It seems that Eva Marie is done with WWE, so she won't be coming back. There has been rumours of Eve Torres maybe coming in for the match as well. We'll have to wait and see. But for me, it seems hands down. Could we get NXT as well coming in? We've done our own predictions within SCW, which I'll be bringing that video to you as well. Ricky suggested Asuka could come in, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not so convinced on that one, but I'm going to go for Naomi. It seems to me hometown hero, hometown glory, that Naomi will walk away as the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Going on to WrestleMania itself then. Going to start with the Intercontinental title match, Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin, the Battle of the Hairlines. For me personally, Baron Corbin is going to be a big deal. I think actually he's got potential to be the next guy to put a streak together at WrestleMania. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I think he could be a guy to do that. I think he will walk away Intercontinental Champion, and I think that this is going to be the first step of a very big year for Baron Corbin. Dean Ambrose seems to have lost a lot of momentum, and the build has been okay, but really the Intercontinental title should have had more going into WrestleMania. I think Baron Corbin will be walking away the brand new champion. Next, one of my favourite feuds going into WrestleMania will be the United States Championship, which will be Chris Jericho defending against Kevin Owens. For me, this has been going since SummerSlam. It's been very well put together, and it looks like we're going to get the payoff for it right now. Of course, Chris Jericho did cost Kevin Owens the Universal Championship. This should have been the Universal Championship match. I'm just going to throw it out there once. I'm going to try and forget that it's Goldberg, the Universal Champion, going in at the end of the show, probably. But still, this match is a US Championship match. Kevin Owens will get the revenge, and Kevin Owens will walk away United States Champion. Will it fully close it? I'm not sure when Chris Jericho is off to do Fozzy, but whenever he is, we may get one more rematch out of this, but I think Owens will be the guy that will be the champion going forward. It seems to me quite clear Owens will be the man. Next will be the Raw Tag Team Championships, defended 3 teams in a ladder match. I like the fact the ladder match was put in. All of a sudden I care a little bit more about this with the stipulation added in. Although they're not necessarily traditional wrestlers that you would throw into a ladder match, but then that's maybe part of the intrigue. We've got Gallows and Anderson defending against Sheamus and Cesaro, and as well as that Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Now, Cesaro tends to get injured when it involves ladders. You see he got cut on Monday Night Raw. It looked a little bit gruesome, that, but as well as... But he has been injured as well in the Money in the Bank ladder match, so let's hope Sheamus will be alright in this particular encounter. I think, personally, we are going to get brand new tag team champions. I think Enzo Amore and Big Cass will walk away with the gold. A couple of reasons for it. I just think that it will be fresh for the Raw tag team division. Gallows and Anderson will have no one left to face if they actually win the match. And I think as well, we still have not had the Enzo Amore and Big Cass rivalry with the New Day. And I think that could happen after WrestleMania, and it could bring the New Day back into something of relevancy on Monday Night Raw if Enzo Amore and Big Cass win the belts. And I think this will be the opening match of the night, and I think we'll get that big WrestleMania pop. Next then, we will look at AJ Styles against Shane McMahon. Now, I'm very surprised this is not a spot fest itself. It probably will be a spot fest in the match, but it's not an ODQ match, no street fights, nothing like this. It's very surprising for me. It's a standard one-on-one match, which I'm not sure will be to Shane McMahon's strength, although I'm sure that AJ Styles will be able to put a good match out for him. So we'll have to wait and see how it's going to play out. But I think AJ Styles clearly will be walking away the victor here. I'm very surprised. I really enjoyed the build-up. I had no interest in this match whatsoever. I still think it's a disservice to AJ Styles that he's not got a better opponent at WrestleMania. But the build has been pretty good. It's been decent television. And I think AJ Styles will actually walk away the victor in the end. So I'm pretty sure it will be fine when it turns out in the end. Next, we will be looking at the mixed tag team encounter of John Cena and Nikki Bella against The Miz and Maurice. Once again, another match didn't really care so much about beforehand, but the television work has been fantastic. I've loved the Total Bella skits with The Miz and Maurice and the playing on John Cena and Nikki Bella not being married and stuff like this. John Cena has been awesome on the mic as well. It's almost been non-PG going through also. Really enjoyed it. I think it's been great television. I think when it comes to the match itself, it would be great to see The Miz and Maurice pick up the victory. I think it would actually almost repair the damage from WrestleMania 27 when these two main evented WrestleMania, and really the whole thing was based around John Cena and The Rock. But of course, for me, I think John Cena and Nikki Bella are going to pick up the victory. I'm expecting maybe both to tap out at the same time. Perhaps whether Nikki Bella might be the main person in the ring at the time. I think John Cena is going to propose after this match in the middle of the ring of Orlando at WrestleMania 33. And I think that will build their WrestleMania moment. So that's what I reckon will happen. We'll have to wait and see how that will play out. But I think it could be an interesting moment should that happen. But certainly would be a feel-good factor for WrestleMania 33. We're going to look next then at Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, one of the big real WrestleMania matches there. And it's going to be interesting how this one's going to play out because The Undertaker hasn't really looked that healthy going in. But I think it's going to still be a fairly long match. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. But I think Roman Reigns is going to be the victor for definite here. It feels like it's a passing of the torch, or in this case, the passing of the yard, because it's both saying it's their yard and the original big dog against the new big dog. It'll be a good thing to see that this year at WrestleMania, a few people might be of the older generation putting over the newer generation, and I think that this would be a good circumstance doing it. I just think the way that it's done could be the thing that would either make or break this match. I think Roman Reigns, the heel turn would be amazing. I don't see it happening, but I think if that was to happen, particularly if it was like almost a repeat of WrestleMania 17, maybe if Roman Reigns had turned heel and joined the Authority, I think that would be an amazing thing to happen. I don't think it will happen, But if that was to happen, and we see like the handshake with Roman Reigns and Triple H after the previous WrestleMania as well, I think that there'll be so much heel heat, and Roman Reigns would immediately become the top guy in the company. I think it would be incredible to happen. And if The Undertaker did want to go into the sunset after that, I think it would be great. But I personally believe that Roman Reigns is just going to probably win this cleanly, which probably is going to go with a bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths at WrestleMania. But The Undertaker, he's been there, he's done it, he's lost the streak already anyway. It's not going to be a harm here. Roman Reigns, it's going to do him more service to pick up the victory than to lose. So I'm going to go for a Roman Reigns victory. Next is going to be the Fatal 4-Way Raw Women's Championship match, and it's elimination. It's going to be Bayley defending against Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax is going to be eliminated first, but I hope that it's not going to be too quickly so it doesn't damage her credibility too much. She'll be in a lot of danger otherwise, and she'll have to go to SmackDown Live if she's kind of, if you want, buried in this sort of situation. I think that something's going to happen accidentally where Bayley not costs Sasha Banks the match, but it's going to lead to the heel turn down the line, because I think that the heel turn will come the following night on Monday Night Raw from Sasha Banks onto Bayley. And I think that something will happen there which will maybe mistake, which will lead, if the two girls are trying to take up Charlotte, a mistake that will kind of knock Sasha into Charlotte, Bayley out of the ring, and then Charlotte eliminates Sasha Banks on the grandest stage. This will then leave Bayley and Charlotte in the ring, and we see actually Bayley win cleanly without the help, and Bayley officially walking away the Raw Women's Champion, and in a creditable manner as well, which would close that chapter of the paper champion. And then we can go forward then with the Sasha Banks heel turn, and then we can see that program go towards the summer. Next, we look at the WWE Championship, the Royal Rumble winner of Randy Orton, going to see if he can win the championship from Bray Wyatt. Now, for me, this is perfectly put together, this one. I've really enjoyed the skits that have been away from the ring, the white compound being burnt down, the lots of the sheep masks when Randy Orton was held hostage backstage. As well, Randy Orton, that sort of psycho feeling this past week on Smackdown, where almost said that he was killing the soul of Sister Abigail. It almost makes you feel, would Sister Abigail maybe come in at WrestleMania? I'm not sure if it would happen or wouldn't happen, but I wouldn't rule it out at this point. For me, though, one thing I would say is that WWE needs to do the right thing, and I'm going to stick with them doing the right thing. Bray Wyatt to walk away as the victor, because then it would make perfect sense why Randy Orton won the Rumble to begin with, because it's the name that the casual viewers know. Everyone knows Randy Orton. He's been in WrestleMania, the main events before, and then all of a sudden, this guy then puts over Bray Wyatt, who's been in big WrestleMania matches before with the likes of John Cena and The Undertaker, and even being face-to-face with The Rock last year, and now Bray Wyatt finally gets the victory as the WWE Champion. For me, I think it would be a big moment at WrestleMania. I think if the Sister Abigail thing was done, I think it would be perfection. But I'm not so sure it will happen, but I'm definitely going to go for the Bray Wyatt victory. Last, but certainly not least, the Universal Championship match that I think will close the show. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I think that this is going to be a short match. I don't think it's going to be a long match. I think I'm going to go along the lines of what probably most other people will probably predict here on YouTube or anywhere else. A Brock Lesnar victory. I think we're going to get a spear and a jackhammer in the first minute 26 from Goldberg to Lesnar. Lesnar will kick out. We may see a second spear. We may even see a second jackhammer, but Lesnar will kick out. And then once Lesnar gets himself involved, it will be Suplex City, 2 or 3 German suplexes, and F5. We may see one kick out from Goldberg just to make it feel like, oh, there's a bit more. Second F5, and then we will have a new Universal Champion. I do think that this is going to close the show, but I kind of feel that it could be a bit of a sour end to WrestleMania. But last year's WrestleMania had a sour end, so perhaps it could have it again. But it would be nice to see a big spot at the end of WrestleMania. But saying that, there is one more match that has not been mentioned, and that's purely because it's an unsanctioned match. Now, I'm not kind of sure if that means it's going to involve a fall or not, a 1, 2, 3, but apparently the unsanctioned match basically means that there's no repercussions from it. Seth Rollins against Triple H. Now, I'm going to have a sip of water just before I give my full prediction here. That's better. I think that Seth Rollins is going to walk away here the winner, if you want. I don't know if it's necessarily 1, 2, 3, but I think he'll walk away the winner here over Triple H. Now, I think that this is going to be the spot in WrestleMania that we are going to probably have a bit of interference. I think Samoa Joe, this is why he's not involved in the match at WrestleMania. I think he's going to try and help Triple H in this unsanctioned area. A lot of work is going to go on the leg of Seth Rollins. And I think, hopefully, I'm going to predict that Finn Balor is going to return at WrestleMania on this spot as well. And that way, Triple H won't be just giving the rub to 1 star, he'll be giving the rub to 3 stars. They all have their part in a big WrestleMania moment. I think that's the only way and reason why Samoa Joe and Finn Balor are not involved in this card, because they could have faced each other. I understand WWE probably didn't want either of them to lose, which is maybe why they didn't put it together. But if they can put them together like that, where they're involved in a rivalry going out with this, I think that would work pretty well. And Seth Rollins then to pick up the victory over Triple H, I think would be a great WrestleMania moment. Looking back, I mean, Luke Harper, I think he could enter an Eric Rowan. Could they be involved with a Bray Wyatt match as well? I'm not so sure, but I mean, they're not involved with the Battle Royal. Eric Rowan is cleared. Harper certainly has been wrestling this week. It'd be interesting to see if they play into the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match at all, but I'm not so convinced, which is why I didn't mention it earlier. The New Day as hosts, I think they'll have a few skits throughout the night. I think they may even kick off WrestleMania, perhaps introducing the Tag Team Championship match. It'd be interesting to see what goes on along the way. I don't think the Hardys are going to be at WrestleMania. I think maybe the following night on Raw is where they will come in. Other than that, The Rock perhaps may make a special guest appearance somewhere. We'll have to wait and see. He's not Mr. WrestleMania since he declared he would come back at WrestleMania 27, so let's see if he does make an appearance. And of course, the Legends perhaps will pop in somewhere. I'm not so convinced we'll get Conor McGregor. Even though that's been rumoured that could happen, but we'll have to wait and see if it does or doesn't. So that's everything predicted there for you in one video for you there, WrestleMania 33. And I think I've kept that down pretty quick for what it could be. There's so many matches there for you, so let me know your feelings right now in the comments below, what you think is going to happen. NXT TakeOver predictions are there for you as well to check out. There'll be a podcast as well. You get full in-depth of WrestleMania, as well as George's predictions for WrestleMania 33. SCW's full predictions will be coming on the channel. NXT call-ups predictions to the main roster as well. Plenty to keep an eye out for on this channel. But that's everything for you anyway. Thank you for watching SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. I hope you enjoyed WrestleMania 33, the ultimate thrill ride. And I cannot stand that caption at all. It really annoys me. But I think it'll be a great look for WrestleMania, because I've heard there's some sort of theme park thing going to be in the look of WrestleMania, so that could be kind of cool to see. But looking forward to the show. Hope you're as well. And I'm hoping to put videos on as and when WrestleMania is going on, if not straight after the show. So do make sure to check out on this channel, because you will get some reaction from me as well, because after all, it is WrestleMania. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time here on YouTube.com. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.